bit stiff and sore, isn't he?
And is Mia here?
Don't know where she is.
Can't hold. Put on. Okay. Paul.
We've been shearing sheep, we've been mustering stock, we've been culling out roofs, we've been spraying the crop, been drove cattle up an old stock road. Saturday night, and we're all in the ute. We're the boys from the bush and we're back in town. We get high when the sun goes down. Well, I have members from the Outback Club, with the boys from the bush. We work in the heat, we've been loading trucks, we've been fixing fences, we've been choking on dust. We curse the rain, we curse the drought. It's Saturday night, and we're all in the shout. We're the boys from the bush and we're back in town. We get high when the sun goes down. We're life members of the... We're the boys from the bush and we're back in town. We get high when the sun goes down. We get members of the Outback Club. We're the boys from the bush coming in from the scrub.
I'm giving more guitar. And put mine on Victoria. And they had a little single axle semi and they'd load up all their horses and friends, and they'd make what was called a rope ring rodeo, which was a rope ring with big logs kind of in to make the ring, and then around they'd put a Hessian wall and charge people a shilling to get in to go and see it. And at the end of the show, the highlight was they had a buck jumper, and they bet any local, the best local rough rider, if they could ride, they'd give them £10. But they were a bit cunning. Hopes he'll be able to find, he had you say, and put it over there. And he hopes that he'll be able to find him, but being a drover, he's a bit elusive to catch hold of. And Amy is going to recite it for us.
Clancy of the Overflow, which I had, for want of better knowledge, sent to where I met him down the Lachlan years ago. He was shearing when I knew him, so I sent the letter to him, just dipped in tar. 'Twas his shearing mate who wrote it, and verbatim I will quote it. Clancy's gone to Queensland drovin', and we don't know where he are. In my wild, erratic fancy, visions came to me of Clancy, gone a drovin' down the Cooper, where the western drovers go. As the stock are slowly stringin', Clancy rides behind them singin', for the drover's life has pleasures that the townsfolk never know. And the bush has friends to meet him, and their kindly voices greet him in the murmur of the breezes and the river on its bars. And he sees the vision splendid of the sunlit plains extended, and at night the wondrous glory of the everlasting stars. I'm sitting in my dingy little office, where a stingy ray of sunlight struggles feebly down the houses tall, and the fetid air and gritty of the dusty, dirty city, through the open window floating, spreads its foulness over all. And in place of lowing cattle, I can hear the fiendish rattle of the tramways and the buses making hurry down the street, and the language uninviting of the gutter children fighting comes fitfully and faintly through the ceaseless tramp of feet. And the hurrying people daunt me, and their pallid faces haunt me as they shoulder one another in their rush and nervous haste, with their eager eyes and greedy, and their stunted forms and weedy. For townsfolk have no time to grow. They have no time to waste. And I somehow rather fancy that I'd like to change with Clancy, like to take a turn at droving, where the seasons come and go, while he faced the round eternal of the cash book and the journal. But I doubt he'd suit the office, Clancy of the overflow.
All your food and that from getting wet. So we put this around a pack horse's neck, so because he's just running loose, we always know where he is. And so you can see all that works really, really good. Okay, while Hayt puts him on, I'll show you some of the...
Wayne, did you make those packs?
Yeah.
What else do you make?
Oh, yeah. All of our gear I've made, like our saddles and all that. I'm sorry about the heavy breathing. Okay, chuck those on, Hayt.
At least you're still breathing. It's always
And with, yeah, we're only going to put those on. And then this is things, it's a top pack where we put our clothes and bedding and our tent. And that's our shower. What's going on? Normally when you stop to have a camp or whatever, or a billy, so we do it in one of these things, and it works like a venturi, and you only put little sticks in around the side, and I'll show you what he's looking for. So, hey? Normally he gets a nose bag. You put little sticks in there and that's our billy, and it works like a venturi. So there's all things to carry eggs like that. But do you want to get him a handful of oats? And this is what he's looking for.
really looking for it. Every time you move, he goes either side of you.
And yeah, so when we stop, he's a bit of a sook, isn't he? So he's nuzzling into me to say, well, where are they? There you go. All right, you go and get... No, I won't put it on hay, it's not worth it. All right, you go and get the other little horse back. Good boy. And when Mia comes back, you can get your oats.
He wants his oats now, Daddy.
Hey,
He wants his oats now.
something like that. These old water bags, it's amazing how nice and fresh and cold they keep the water. Come back up. As Hayden trots around, trot around that way, Hayden. So as he's on the inside of the circle.
Not till he gets his oats.
If you watch, he'll stay on Hayden's shoulder, going off your trot.
Oh, I want the puppies, he said.
Will he trot for you?
He's going to be quick because he's bigger. He's one big.
Well, put him on the outside.
So slow.
Go around the other way. Did you get him? Going off you go. When you're with a pack horse, I know you've probably heard about on the jig jog. Well, what that means is you're just going really quiet with the pack horse. And all your gear and that makes a bit of a rattle, so it's a really lovely sound. As you can see, the pair of them don't really care about it. And what we're going to do is, when we pull his gear off, we're going to give him a nose bag and I'll show you what he does.
You want to tell them what you did to you the other day, so you can explain why you're so slow?
Not really.
Now we really want to know.
All right. Where's Mia with the bag? No, he'll be right. Okay. Now,
It makes a bit of a sound when it jumps around. Doesn't it?
yeah. Okay. You tie her up and where is she? Well,
Wayne, you might need these too, after your escapade the other day.
some oats.
Yeah.
So, the old guy that I learnt my horse skills with, he told me, he said, you put petrol in your car and you put diesel in your tractor and in your, here, lift up, and diesel in your tractor and truck. Oh geez, I've got a real tight one. He's got a big head, don't he? Oh, yeah, put it. All right, can you put his gear off him? Oh, he doesn't care because there's oats in there. You see how they work it? He's not taught to do that. Yeah, you just pull all the gear off. They put the bag down on the ground so as they can eat the oats. It's a good trick, isn't it? And that's probably the nose bag for the other little horse. We'll just do a bit more and we'll hear another song from I'm starting to breathe a bit. We teach our horses to ground tie, and that means when you throw the reins onto the ground, they stay there. And then, so you teach them not with reins, but with one of these headstools. And the idea is, say, with hayband, racing stables, they'll have bits of hayband everywhere where they tie up horses. But the horses learn real quick. You just pull your head back and they break, and you can bolt off. So it's a really dumb thing. Like my old mate that I worked with, you know, like when I was in my 20s, he wouldn't let you have a bit of hay band anywhere other than on a bale of hay. It's really dangerous. And you never lead a horse with a bit of hay band because it'll just cut through your hand. And they learn, they know. They really do. All right, how are we going now? Yeah, I'll do that in a minute. All right, it's Paul's turn to sing a song. You're